Ow! Never thought it hurt so bad. Getting a sinus headache. And ow! I'm getting really headached. Hit song, Getting Really Headached by One Direction. Hello everyone, it has been a really long time since I've done a sit-down kind of vlog like other vloggers do all the time. But this video is going to be all about One Direction and me seeing them in concert, so if you don't want to watch that, I totally understand. You can go and click the X. You probably didn't even click on the video to begin with because I'm sure the title has One Direction in it. I just hit my hand on a shoebox. So yeah, if you don't want to watch, I get it. It's totally fine. Disclaimer, I am feeling under the weather, and I hope that I don't look like I'm feeling under the weather because I tried really hard to not look super tired and gross, but I sound it. Alright, so, on August 29th of 2015, which was a Saturday, I saw One Direction in concert, and it was amazing because, first of all, it was Liam Payne's birthday. He is one of the members of One Direction. And it was so cool because I was so excited when I found out that it was going to be his birthday when I was going to see them, because it's just like, oh my gosh, we're gonna celebrate his birthday with him while he's singing on that stage being awesome, so that was really cool. It was at Ford Field. Here's my wonderful ticket. And it was, I had way better seats than I expected to. I was in the lower bowl, so I was in section 126, row 24, seat 22, and I got lots of awesome videos, so I'll be interspersing clips from the show while I'm talking about them, so you can enjoy what I got to enjoy. So when I found out that I was going to be seeing the On the Road Again tour, I thought that I should see who the opening act was, and I found out, to my dismay, that it was going to be Icona Pop. And I don't really like them that much. They had that one song, I don't care, I love it, or whatever, but that's not even them. I mean, it is, but it's Charlie XCX singing, so whatever. But the night before the concert, Harry tweets, hey, if you're gonna come see us in Detroit tomorrow, you should come down early and see Augustana. And I was like, I know them! So that was exciting. They were replacing Icona Pop for one show, and it was my show, which was great, because Icona Pop was in like Mexico or something, I don't know. They had a previous engagement, but it was a lifesaver because I love Augustana. They have the song Steal Your Heart, which was like a promotional song used for Degrassi like 3 or 4 years ago or something like that. Maybe 5, I'm not sure. But I knew that song, and Boston is one of their really famous ones. So, of course, in between the Augustana set and the One Direction set, everyone was getting so excited.
We're about to see One Direction! So, that's exciting!
And the crowd was like, anytime on the big screen that they would show like the commercial for the One Direction perfume, the new one, I think it's called Our Moment. Maybe that's their old one. I don't know what it's called. I'm a bad fan. But the fans would just scream so loud for every single boy that they would show talking. I guess they're men, aren't they? Every time one of them would have a close-up and they'd start talking, they would of course scream, and it was cute.
There's so many!
There were plenty of people there. I'd never been in a stadium before, so to be in Ford Field with 50,000 other fans, it was just amazing. That atmosphere was so like energetic and so much fun to experience. It was loud and sweaty, but it was fun. So it wasn't fun, you saw One Direction, like the band. Fun. Anyway, so the first song that they came out with was Clouds, which was one of my favorites from their 4th album, 4. 4 is my favorite album of theirs, actually, if you care. But they started with Clouds, and it was amazing. They had this little video montage of, like, all of the boys, like, doing crazy stuff on the screen, and they started out with, like, this little X that was, like, had, like, a heartbeat, and they were, like, combining a bunch of different One Direction songs and playing bits of them, and it was just really exciting, and it got me so pumped. And then they finally came out, they burst through the fog that they had put on the stage, and it just started playing, and I was so excited. It was very, very cool to experience that, and the lights and the pyro and all that stuff that was just like burst. It was just very exciting to see, and I just felt so unbelievably excited. Like, the inner fangirl was seeping her way out for all the boys, all 4 of them. Zane. A little bit later in the concert, they played my favorite song, Stockholm Syndrome, again from their 4th album. Their 4th album is their best. If you're going to listen to any One Direction album, you should listen to 4, because it's honestly very good. It is less boy band and more like 80s pop rock feel. But yeah, if you go on my Instagram, I did like a tiny cover of Stockholm Syndrome quite a few months ago, but it's just, it's my favorite song. It's so good, and to see it live, it just felt very, I don't know, it was just surreal, I guess. It's like, wow, they're actually there singing my favorite song right now, and it was just very cool. So here you go. Here's a little snippet of that too. Liam started to read all the signs in the audience, talking about his birthday, and I didn't get super great footage of that because obviously someone in front of me had a sign saying happy birthday to Liam. I didn't make a sign because I don't like having another thing to carry around with me, and there was like no chance that they were going to even see my sign, even though I was in the lower bowl, but I wasn't on the floor, so they're not going to see it. So it was just really sweet to see how happy he was to be reading all the signs, and he was turning 22. And of course someone made a sign about Taylor Swift's song 22, so I thought that was kind of funny. Luckily it wasn't Harry's birthday because he's the one that dated Taylor, so it's just funny. It was cute.
Birthday suit, Liam. Awesome. Liam, 22. Are you feeling 22? So good. So good to be 22. That's just tinky, mate. I don't want to be 22. There's lots of birthday songs. This is going to be a very boring chat. Happy birthday, Payno. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've got to take a picture of this. Happy birthday, Payno. 1, 2, 3, go, go, go. Thank you so much. What else have we got? It's just called birthday. Thank you so much. Detroit, I love you.
And then right before Better Than Words, oh my gosh. I think Niall was counting down. He was like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then Harry Styles became a whale. And it was very funny. You'll see what I mean. I'll show you. I think they do it for every show on this tour, but it was just like, what just happened? And it was cool. So yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Then a little bit later on, Harry's started talking to the crowd while the rest of the guys were probably like changing or going to the bathroom, getting water. I mean, there's plenty of water on stage, but still. Harry was talking to the crowd, and he was talking to this couple in front of them saying that they were on their honeymoon, and obviously they had a sign that said that, and the girl, her name was Rachel, and it was really cool to hear him talking to a Rachel, and I was like, oh, that's my name. So it was just really cute. Here's a little bit of that for you too.
Detroit, thank you for being so incredible already. Please keep it up. It's your honeymoon. What are your names? Rachel and Corey. How long have you been together, Rachel and Corey? Rachel and Corey have been together for 6 years. And how long have you been married? A week. Your first dance was to Little Things. Alright. Thank you for being with us. Congratulations on your marriage. Absolutely. Young love!
And then Harry went to introduce Night Changes, because that was the next song they were going to sing, and he messed it up, and it was funny. It was cute, though, because Harry Styles is literally adorable. Very, very adorable. So is Louis. And Liam and Niall, but Harry and Louis are my favorites.
We've been a band for 5 years. And we would not exist if it wasn't for every single one of you in the building tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having us. For all your support, everything that you've done for us over the last 5 years, you've been incredible. We couldn't have asked for anyone better, so thank you so much. We hope you have fun tonight, and please sing along. This is Night Changes.
Then, we come upon the worst part of the show for me. It's nothing that they did wrong, it was me being stupid. At the beginning of the show, they had this little warning of all the rules and regulations of the show. It was like a little animated thing that the boys had done a voiceover for, and one of the things they said was to stay hydrated, and I didn't do that because I'm stupid, and I started to pass out. I was seeing a lot of stars, and I could not stand up to save my life. So I had to sit down during two of my favorite songs, No Control and Drag Me Down, and it was just so, like, I really, really wanted to get nice close-ups of Louis during No Control, and he was on my side of the stage during the entire song, and I could have had the opportunity, but I could not stand up to look at him, and it was so upsetting because No Control is like Louis' song, and I just felt so dumb because it was Louis actually in the voiceover saying like, hey, don't forget to drink a lot of water and stay hydrated, and it's like, oh, karma. So yeah, and Drag Me Down too, that's their new song without Zayn, and it's a great song. I personally really love it. So it's just like, it's such a shame. But it was still cool to actually see those songs, and because I filmed them, I can still re-experience them and pretend that I wasn't feeling really ill. And then the band played Happy Birthday while the crowd sang along, and it was so cute, and then they all hugged, and it's just, it's such a precious moment. I uploaded the video of it on my Tumblr, but I'm going to put it in here too because it's just so sweet, and it was really cool to sing Happy Birthday to Liam on his birthday.
Right, Johnny, lead us in. I love this bit.
I get all shy.
Oh my god.
Sweaty. Don't even catch me being sweaty. I've got all emotional, I've got over a hug and go, you're sweating. working on. Thank you, Detroit, that was beautiful. It's always that awkward moment when you're being sung happy birthday, you just don't know what to do with yourself. I'm kind of like, but thank you, that was really nice.
And then Niall kind of fell. Not really, it looks like he fake fell, but at the end of Act My Age, Liam and Niall were like dancing next to each other and he kind of like threw himself on the ground, and I got really excited about it because I was really hoping one of them would fall. Not because like I want them to get hurt, but it's just so often one of them is falling on stage and it is so funny. But I got really excited when it did happen. I was like, yes, Niall fell, Niall fell. And the people next to me were like, what are you excited about? And they just did like a close-up on the big screen of Niall laying on the floor. It was great. Concert drew to a close with Best Song Ever, because why wouldn't you end the show with Best Song Ever? And it was just really, it was very fun to experience the concert. I never really saw myself as seeing One Direction in concert. I've been a fan since like 2011, but like kind of a closeted fan, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't really vocalize my love of One Direction to like my family until probably like earlier this year, but I've been super into them since 2011. MTV did a new artist to watch thing about them, and they had a free download of the acoustic version of One Thing, which was I think their third single from their first album, and I downloaded that and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give into this One Direction thing, even though I'd heard about them before. I was like, okay, I have to enjoy them. So it was just really cool to see them in concert, and I got lots of cool pictures, and if you want to see them, I have them linked down below. I did 5 different photo sets on my Tumblr, and yeah, it was just really cool to see One Direction in concert, because I love them, and they're awesome. So yeah, that's my little review of the One Direction concert. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. That may sound really contrived because I'm a fan, but it was awesome. It was so much fun. Alright, I will, like I said, check links in the description to look at my photography of the show, and I'll see you guys next time I make a video. Bye! Nobody can drag me down.